Hello and welcome to Spring Command Forge Alliance. This is the Setons Lite, and we got a whole bunch of Brazilians. And I gotta say, I wish more people and more clans were like the Brazilians. I guess they're not really a clan, but they play really good balanced teams. Usually play a lot of different maps, and we need more players like them. Also, on this map, we got a whole bunch of clouds here. It is an option, but usually it takes a little extra processor speed, and people usually don't include that in their maps, but this is pretty nice. You can look through them and see a whole bunch of mass here in the middle. And here, this is set in stroke point. Overall, everything's smaller and shape is very different, but a whole bunch of mass in the middle. Probably very similar amounts. And the animations on the clouds is also strange. When you go down below them, they kind of disappear, and then you zoom out and they sort of build up. See an early ACU to the middle from Big Bang. And I guess here panning it might be a little better. My panning is really slow. Also Lancelot's DC, or DC going to the middle, and all out Cybern from the top side. Seraphim and Aeon from the bottom. Early Navy from HF. And Destructor together with Leo going to the middle. Of course, 2 Seraphim versus 2 Cybern. Big disadvantage for the Cybern, but Big Bang is going to be to the middle first. Let's see what he does. Still no plans. But a point defense or something like that might be useful. Of course, Seraphim on a map like this, it would be nice with all that floating already. Here we see an island in the middle, basically a beach. There is no choke points here, you just sort of walk onto it. Big Bang is in the middle first, getting quite a bit of mass now. Should be bleeding over. And it's 2 ACUs each. Looks like the ACU from HF, after getting some naval factories, is going to make it to the middle. It's going to be significantly later. Now Big Bang has actually already got quite a bit of this mass before the Destructor got there, but still some left. Third ACU here is Mac. He's just sitting back, making some land factories, as well as a naval factory. We'll see a naval factory with making submarines from Seraphim, from Leo, and now some Tech 1 Air. Looks like more from the top side, not much from the bottom. A drop from the bottom. HF takes the island. It's close. This is interesting in terms of where the clouds are. They're over the ocean, so where you start there are no clouds, which is nice. But over the ocean, kind of asymmetrically here. And all the mass is gone from the middle. Not too much fighting at all, and HF here is, by the time he got here, there was nothing left. But now we got 3 versus 2 ACUs, perhaps a push. Big Bang getting an upgrade, some artillery here, and Navy from Tech 1 Navy from DC. Significant amount of Cyber Navy. All Tech 1, actually one of these going Tech 2. And in terms of Navy, Cyber definitely a disadvantage versus Seraphim, except at Tech 2, but most likely won't stay at Tech 2 for too long. Tech 2 engine now coming out for Mac. See a lot of build capacity here for Mac from these 4 land factories, and actually yet another factory producing engineers. Tech 2 Air factory making a whole bunch of interceptors, for the most part just taking here for Big Bang. A big pause here for DC. Not really sure what he's getting, what he's building. And let's see this Aeon Navy. This is all Tech 1, but not too much fighting after 10 minutes. Both teams got the middle mass, and now going back, building up their Navy and building up their mass extractors. Now scouting from HF. and a destroyer for Mac. This is a significant Tech 1 push from HF, and this could be really bad. There's also a Tech 1 naval force pushing in, but actually it could be really nice. Could take out all those engineers. But big problems for DC, who stopped all his production, and he's going to be out of the Navy. It's not clear whether or not this force can do much. Tech 2 naval factory will take a while to kill. And here is actually some ACUs on the island from the top side. They're going to try to take back some of this land, capture the Seraphim Tech, and they're going to try to get an engineer. It's a very nice move. Tech 1 point defense, and a whole bunch of floating already. That's a huge advantage. And the middle has been completely abandoned by the bottom side. See a drop. Let's see if this Tech 1 force can kill this Tech 2 factory before this cruiser comes out. And there's those NGs. Very precious NGs. You gotta save those to make some factories. Tech 3 Navy now for Leo, and this is gonna be very difficult now for the top side with Cybern. A drop with engineers taking out all the Date naval factories. Tech 2 Air for DC. You gotta say the top side in quite a bit of trouble. The structure now, I'm getting some Tech 3 mass extractors, so for the most part teching from the structure. And this will be a good push, not too much defense for the bottom side, so multiple mass extractors will die. It's a question what will happen in this position. See an ACU moving in that direction. Now Mac and Big Bang getting some Tech 2 radar. They got Tech 2 on some of the ACUs. On Big Bang's ACU started at power. Well, this Tech 3 Navy, it's, see this Tech 3 submarine, 12 kills, shooting at a pretty far range, taking out factories. And if there was some Tech 2 Air, which there is, a couple torpedo bombers takes these out nicely. Of course, also getting the torpedo launcher upgrade on the ACU would be a nice option. Very long range and a good counter to these submarines. And you can see Tech 2 naval factory going down. This Tech 2 naval factory also dead at Tech 2 torpedo launchers. And here comes some torpedo bombers from DC. And maybe we'll see an air fight. So Tech 2 torpedo launcher versus Tech 3 submarines. A little bit of damage, but not enough. Now it looks like total air domination from the bottom side. So Navy and air domination, a whole bunch of torpedo bombers. But neither of the submarines die. 23 kills on one of these. Actually, I apologize. Looks like Big Bang was able to win air, which makes this a lot more even. Destroyer hiding on land from all the submarines. And now these, of course, have really nice anti-air once they get on top of the water. 19 kills for one, 17 for the other. And one of these goes down. 2 torpedo bombers. Looks like a push back with a bunch of Ilshavas through the middle from destructor. And not too much damage is seen from that push that came a while ago from DC. 30 kills now for this submarine, just decimating the Tech 1 Air. And a cruiser, of course, that's gonna do a lot of damage in this. And here's Mac on a transfer with the ACU, not really sure. Yeah, it looks like he just got off that island. It's a little too dangerous. Big Bang staying behind with a stealth and a whole bunch of cruise missiles. This will be interesting. What can he possibly snipe from that position? He can definitely go after the factory. We already see the factory is heavily damaged. So it looks like there were some snipes. Should see TMDs now from this NG. More cruise missiles coming in, but the factory has been repaired significantly. That is costing the bottom side quite a bit of resources. We see a rebuilt factory and engineers taking back all those wrecks. Tech 1, Tech 2 battle in the middle. Tech 3 air from Mac. This looks like Tech 3 land coming up for DC. And this naval domination from the HF really hasn't been as good as it could have been. More snipes now for Big Bang, takes out mask extractors. Now Big Bang goes into the water. This cruiser 15 kills. Submarine 37. We're seeing some Tech 2 stealth subs. Of course, Tech 3 versus Tech 2. Tech 3 is gonna win quite easily. Scouting now from Big Bang. It's just continuous scouting here. Tech 3 power for Big Bang as well. Some Tech 3 land from DC. But this Ilsheva force is quite powerful. Not too much defense against that. We see Max ACU trying to get some point defense up. And it's going to take some overcharges. Loyalists moving in as well. Mac could be in quite a bit of trouble, going quite low on health. Runs into DC's loyalists. The loyalists move in. I'll see some artillery. See the Tech 3 Arty from DC. Tech 1 bombers coming in. And Mag goes down to 3,000 health. It's going to get a shield. The ACU for Big Bang makes it off the island safely on land. Of course, this Tech 3 submarine now with 54 kills. Might see some battleships here eventually. They're just cruisers. The cheaper choice and probably the better choice. Tech to power for Leo. And the chicken nearly complete for Destructor. Destructors have just been teching the whole game until that chicken. He also sent in a whole bunch of Ilshuas and yeah, so it's not fair to say that it was just teching all game. Some Tech to flag from Mac. But of course that chicken is going to be pretty a big problem for the top side. Looks like it's going to the water. It's going to try to be sneaky. It's a good choice instead of showing itself through the middle. And now torpedo bombers versus submarines, and looks like torpedo bombers are winning. That sub with 54 kills is gone. Big Bang takes the opportunity to make some navy. And actually a navy now for DC with some subs, and DC's ACU reclaims a cruiser. That's always a good way to kill a unit. Here we're seeing the chickens moving into the ocean, but total air domination from the top side. Some destroyers and cruisers. This cruiser is going to die. These are nice Cybern torpedo bombers. They're excellent torpedo bombers. Let's see what happens. It's not really clear if the top side has seen the chicken. Second chicken on its way for Destructor. I see so many Tech 3 mask ejectors for Destructor. No experimental, which means that chicken is not going to be countered. And actually a spider, so this spider might give a chance to the top side. Some stealth from Mac. Multiple Tech 3 power. And a spider for DC as well. So multiple potential experimentals, but this chicken is now making it outside. Big Bang quite low on health. And the chicken kills the ACU. Big Bang is out. Looks like it was given to Mac. Let's see if these two spiders can do something about the chicken. And Tech 3 Navy here, a battleship from HF, but DC running after the battleship with a bunch of torpedoes. Chicken makes it on land. It's going to prevent that spider from being built. Mac is going to try to hide behind a hill. Spider is complete by a DC. Mac hiding in the only place he could possibly hide. There goes the there, and this is basically the end of the game. Not much can be done. Did this destroyer actually get killed? That would be ridiculous. DC is now making it onto the island. Mac keeps running around the mountain. Gets hit by a bunch of Tech 1 bombers. It looks like this spider is not interested in fighting. Second spider has been started. And here Mac getting chased. Won't be able to run fast enough. Second kill for the chicken. So the last player is still alive for the top side. Is now going to be fighting Auroras. So nice overcharge, 36 kills. And that battleship, of course, it didn't go anywhere, still here. That was a nice dodge. And there goes DC. It's a really nice victory and a really good map. People should play this one more often.